이해하고 싶어 틈에 끼고 싶고 이런 시간들이 모여 피어나나 싶어 이어폰을 꼈어 보면서 나 봤던 우주 비행하고 싶어 멀미약을 삼켜 나는 내면의 건지 패딩 입은 애 같아 아무 패딩이랑 똑같지 넌 그럼 어차피 난 열심히 개바빠 우린 충분히 바빠.
안녕하세요. 제 이름은 제시카입니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel where everything is about K-pop, Korean culture, and of course Korean learning. And for today's video, I am going to tell you what you should know before traveling to South Korea. Number one, you should book your flights and hotel as soon as possible. So if you know, okay, I want to go in summer and you actually have a date, book as soon as you can. Because if you book like flights 3 to 4 months before you're actually going, they are so cheap. But what I've also done was to book a flight like almost 2 weeks before I was leaving, and I have to tell you guys, it's so sad about the money because you could have had this flight cheaper if you would have booked it a little bit earlier. And of course, same with hotels, hostels, accommodations in general. If you know, I want to stay in a hotel, book it, or at least just start watching for an accommodation. Because for example, the first time I have been to South Korea, I think I started looking for accommodations like 6 months before I was leaving. But this was also because I was really excited about it. And I think I also booked my hotel like 3 months before I was leaving. And of course, if you are searching sooner for an accommodation, you have like more opportunities. So I had a lot of hotels where I thought, oh my god, they are so cute, I want to stay here or maybe there. And of course you have also location options. For example, if you really want to stay, for example, in Hongdae and you're looking for a hotel in Hongdae at the center, like month before you're leaving, you have a lot of options. But a month or maybe just 2 weeks before you're going, a lot will be booked already, so you can just take what's left. As I told you, the first time I went to Seoul, I booked my hotel like 3 to 4 months earlier and I got like the cutest hotel ever. I'm still just so blown away because it was amazing. Like the service and like the owner of the hotel was so cute. And no, not like cute like he wasn't in my age or something. You know, he was like a dad. Because for example, when my sister and I, for example, left Seoul and flew back to Germany, we were so down. We had to stand up really early, and I'm travel sick, so I looked like that. And he was like, oh, do you want to have a coffee? And we were like, no. And yeah, because we both don't drink coffee, and I really were like just so, I didn't feel bad, but I was like so done. Every time I'm like, know that I have to fly somewhere, I'm just and he was like, really, you don't have to pay at all, it's okay. And we were like, oh no, thank you. And he was like, do you want a warm milk? And we were like, yes. So he was really nice. And when I went to Seoul the second time, I booked my hotel like 2 weeks before I left. And that wasn't like a great idea because, as I told you, you don't have any options. You just have to take what's left. And I'm also the person, I don't really want to waste that much money on a accommodation. I'm just like, oh, 300 euros for 2 weeks, that's amazing. And of course you can't stay in a Hyatt hotel, for example, for 300 euros for 2 weeks. But the hotel and my room were just so... this was like my worst accommodation ever, and I'm never gonna stay in this hotel again because it was so bad. But you know, what can you expect if you're like booking 2 weeks before you're going? Number 2, know the basic etiquette. What I would personally highly recommend you is to maybe know some basic Korean. So you know, oh, 감사합니다, or 저기요, like, excuse me, can I have like this and this? Or you know that you know some basic Korean. And also to show like respect, I would also recommend you to inform yourself how to like talk and how to interact with elders. Also basic things like bowing, to say like thank you. So if you're in Korea, you will bow a lot, trust me. And also one thing you shouldn't do when you're in Korea, for example, is blow your nose in public. You shouldn't do this at all. And if you really need to blow your nose, instead of doing this in public, I would really search for a bathroom and just blow your nose there because it isn't respectful if you blow your nose in public. Number 3, before you leave, I would really recommend you to print out every document, your hotel confirmation, your flight confirmation, everything you have, and just put it into a binder. I actually do this all the time, not only because I'm German and I really want things to work, it's also because I don't trust my phone, and just in case something is not working right, you still have the papers. You still can check in or things like that. Or also nowadays it's really important that you have your documents because of the quarantine, and also at the airport in Incheon you have like several booths and you will need those papers, trust me. So I would recommend you just print them out and be on the safe side. Number 4, I would inform myself about vacancies you need or which are recommended to get before you are going to Korea, because there are some basic vacancies you should have and also some you probably don't necessarily need. But for example, when I talked with my doctor and I told her, yeah, if you're in Korea in a more rural side, it can also happen that there are like Japanese mosquitoes, and I would really recommend you to get a vacancy, even though my doctor said it's not that important. But for example, if you want to do backpacking or stuff like that in Korea, I would really recommend you getting this. The next point is cash. Who doesn't love it? Before going to Korea, I would recommend you to get some cash because you will need it. When I have been to Korea the first time and also the second time because I was too dumb to get another credit card, my credit card didn't work. So everything you're left with is cash. And then I would also recommend you to get a visa. A MasterCard, at least the German MasterCard, isn't working in Korea. I only found, as I told you in many videos before, I only found one ATM in whole Seoul. I was searching for, I think, 1.5 days in Seoul, and really no ATM worked. Only one, which was my lifesaver, worked. And I'm still so glad I found it, and it was in Myeongdong and my hotel was in Myeongdong, so it was literally like 10 minutes away. This was something really good. That's why I would recommend you to get cash and also get a Visa credit card. And of course, one thing, if you have a legal age and if you have a driver's license, I would really recommend you to get a EDP, so an international driver's permit. And as some of you maybe know, my driver's license, it just took me like ages and I got it. But now I have it, and 1 week after I had got my driver's license, I applied for the international driver's license, and on the same day I got it. But you also have to keep in mind that you have to bring your home country's driver's license as well, because you have to show them both. So your card driver's license, and in Germany it's like this big, the international driver's license. And you know, I don't even know if I will even drive in Korea, even though I planned a little road trip with a friend of mine. But you never know if you have actually time for doing that. But you know, I really want to get my driver's license and my international driver's license just to have the opportunity. But if I want to drive in Korea, I can. And you're just free. If you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want to, you have it and you don't need to worry about it, because then don't drive. And this leads me to another point. You need apps. A lot of apps, not just for taxis, for buses, also for like navigation, because Google Maps does not work in Korea. And soon I'm also doing a video to apps you really need in Korea. So don't miss that, and subscribe to my account and click the bell. And my last point for today is to get yourself a T-Money card. So a T-Money card is a transportation card. For those who are from Stuttgart, Germany or Baden-Württemberg, Germany, we have a VVS. This is equivalent to a T-Money card. You can travel like basically everywhere, you just have to charge it. There are like ATMs, you can put your T-Money card on and just fill them up with money. And every time you get into a bus, you just have to like sign yourself in. And if you get out of the bus, subway, anything, you click it again and just leave. Because if you will do that, you will also get discounts every time you transfer, for example. And it's really not that expensive. It is actually really cheap to travel through Seoul. So I would really recommend you to get a Cashby or a T-Money card. And those also came in really cute designs. So I have here one of Jimin from BTS. Another one from BTS because I'm an ARMY, so of course I bought it. When my friend came back from Japan, she was really cute. She bought me like the sticker for my card, and also This is really common in Japan. I searched this in South Korea as well, but I couldn't find it. Does this exist in Korea as well? This is basically a card holder. So in Japan, it's similar. You have like a transportation card there as well, and you put it into this card holder, and you can just put it onto your bag, and you don't have to get your T-money card out like every 5 seconds. You just have to. And I thought this was like a great invention. And she bought me one and gave it to me with sugar on it because he's my bias from BTS. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope to see you in my next video. Don't forget to give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you join my squad and get more cool information about South Korea, about my traveling in South Korea. Don't forget to activate the bell so you never miss a video and be up to date. See you in my next video. Bye!